Caraway, and this is The Other Side. Sometimes there's two sides to every story, but you know, sometimes there's a third side. This is The Other Side with DC. Like it, subscribe, share it, tell the world we're on the air. My guest today is Anna's House founder, Miss Eva Miles. Eva, welcome to The Other Side.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure to be here on the other side so I can tell both sides, okay?
Well, you know, and one thing I want folks to know, and the babies is fine in the background, it's fine. One thing I want people to know, you deal with domestic violence and single moms and all of that. That's what we're going to be talking about today.
Yes.
And we have a special guest in here with us. Her name is Yvette. And Yvette is not going to be on the camera, but you're going to hear from her. Remember, we're talking about domestic violence, single moms, and what it takes and what they have to go through just trying to find a place for them to live after experiencing domestic violence and how difficult it is. Mm-hmm. And Eva, you're the one that deal with most of this, so tell me about Anna's House, and then we'll fall into it, and we'll bring Yvette in shortly.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start out by saying I try not to refuse help to anyone. You know, although we get overcrowded sometime in helping people, and this time of the year, say November, December, is our highest time of dealing with domestic violence. So we use a lot of hotels to put people in. We try not to leave them out in the cold or on the street or sleeping in their cars. So what we do is partner with other organizations and meet other people, like people you have introduced me to down through the years, to help us with that. And once we get them into a place temporarily, I partner with Collin County Housing. Mm-hmm. And we do vouchers to try to get them into permanent housing through Collin County. And we work with them there. We stay in communication with the people that we serve to help them. And just when I met Yvette, I met her through a third party that she was going through because she had been through the system several times to get help and got refused. And I told her, I said, as soon as I get this young lady with the baby, 8-month-old baby and a 4-year-old that's been sleeping in the train station for the last week because of a situation with some apartments that got condemned. When the city of Dallas condemned them, they didn't take them to a safe location. Yes.
So you said the city of Dallas.
The city of Dallas.
Condemned the apartments.
Condemned the apartments.
But then everybody were fending for themselves.
They said they got dropped off.
Got dropped off.
Dropped off. The mother got dropped off at Dallas Bridge, at the bridge. The bridge do not house kids. So they had to take the children with the mother to another location. She's 20 years old with an 8-month-old and a 4-year-old.
And you say dropped them off. Now how?
I dropped them off. The little girls say they dropped us off. At Gateway. I'm just going to say where they dropped them off.
At Gateway.
At Gateway.
All right, so that means the car pulls up.
Drop them off.
And drop them off and keep going. And they on their own.
They on their own. So, 20 years old, not knowing what to do, call her mother and tell her what happened. They didn't take us in because she didn't have an ID.
Wait a minute, hold on. Now, here's a mother, 20 years old, 2 kids, got dropped off. Mm-hmm. and could not get into Gateway because she did not have
an ID.
An ID.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, how often does stuff like this happen, and what does Gateway have to say about it?
I don't know. I call them, and I talk to a person there. They say the procedure there is they have to have ID, Social Security, and birth certificate on the kids in order for them to service. So they told her once she got that, she could come back.
But now, hold on. Here it is. Let's put a scenario out here. It's 1:30 in the morning. Mm-hmm. Just went through domestic violence. Mm-hmm. Got out the house without your purse, but with your kids. Mm-hmm. You go to Gateway. Now, you don't have ID because you didn't run out the house without your purse, without your ID. But it's 1:30 in the morning. So you're saying that they have to have ID to show when they come to that
Yes.
door?
Yes. So they find a way out project. That's me. When you go into the system to look for somewhere, a way out comes. So they contact me. I use my personal ID and the shelter's bank account and put them in hotels.
So now, does Gateway contact you?
Gateway have sent people to me. This little girl, Gateway didn't give her my information. They just told her to come back. Her mother found me.
Well, I'm just a little disturbed with that part of the story that they get there, they're dropped off, they get there, they don't have the ID, but you got your little kids. You're there for that purpose of serving, the mothers.
Right.
But because she did not have ID, that's the only thing that's bothering me.
Yes, she didn't have it. And so...
And she had to have a birth certificate.
And she didn't have that. So they asked her, how did she get there? She said, the city of Dallas dropped us off.
That's Yvette's little baby in the background.
Yeah.
I want everybody to know that. So when you hear that's my little stepdaughter.
But we got somewhere for Yvette to go to today.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, Anna House is taking care of her along with Pastor Dunn, my pastor.
Right.
And we're preparing her for the weekend, the whole weekend. She will be in a hotel with her kids.
Well, so now what do you need? What does Anna House need help with? I want to make sure that folks understand Anna House and the things that you have to go through as a founder and an owner of Anna House, looking after the community. How do you get your help? What do we need to do to help Anna?
Like what you do, you refer me to people like you set up for us to do homeless toy drives for the kids. You introduced me to Wayne that has the ranch, Horse Ranch. We've been there 3 years, and that was a relationship that you gave me, along with other things. Even when we had housing back years ago, you helped us with that. So it's people, what I'm looking for, Dwayne, it's a lot of vacant houses out here. City got some, individuals got some, corporate companies got some. Give me a house to put these people in temporarily till I can get them full-time help. So I can get vouchers if I get a house.
So you need a house or some houses?
A hotel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah, so I'll take some houses right now.
So we just need to shut down a couple of them hotels, them bad hotels.
And put some,
put some people in them.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean a lot of different things
we can do a lot of things, and
but you need multiple because of the cases that you have. Right. You need to have multiple opportunities to have that.
So right now we have some sponsors that has been donating things that's of value. Say, hey, use this, do a fundraiser, but the fundraiser is coming slow because of the money situation. So right now, we're looking at having funds for hotels. So I rushed out to some of my people and said, look, if it's nothing but $100, $500, $50, start sending in because these hotels going to have to come. Because last December, this is what really got me. Last December, we had this young girl. It was about 1:30 in the morning. She called me. And what got my attention, because I was half asleep, is her son say, Mama, I told you to keep copies. Somebody going to help us. I woke up. I go, what is? I said, where are you, baby? They were sitting in a washateria to stay warm at 1:30 in the morning to save gas. She couldn't be in the car. She had left the hospital. She had gave birth. The baby was 2 weeks old. And I got pictures of the baby. We brought them home. They ended up coming to the ranch, and people just started giving for us to keep her there. We put her in a hotel for 2 weeks with the baby. Then while she was going through trying to get on her feet, I kept the baby with me at my house.
Well, so what happens after 2 weeks?
We get her into some permanent. She filled out her paperwork for Collin County Housing. And so with that time going, we got her into a friend's house to keep her and the baby and her 13-year-old until she got approved for housing.
So how long does it take to get approved for housing?
Well, going through Collin County, anywhere from 60 to 90 days.
But in Collin County,
Collin County.
Is Collin County friendlier than Dallas County?
Oh, yeah. Because in Collin County, let me tell you about Collin County. I work directly with the caseworker there.
Okay.
I fill out the application. I send them to her. She send them in, get them expedited. She'll send an approval or non-approval to me at my address.
So do you run into people that take advantage and don't really need the help, or but take advantage of that, put you to work, And
No, Dwayne, what I run into with Dallas helping women, Pastor Don has helped me. We had this one girl came from Grayson County. Her 30 days was up there, and she had a voucher. And if we couldn't find nowhere for her to go, Dallas took the voucher back. What Dallas do with housing vouchers, you have to go find a place to live that would accept your voucher. If you got an eviction, you don't qualify. We have paid admin fees, all kind of fees for apartments that we lose money because they don't qualify. And they said, well, if I don't get somewhere in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to lose my voucher. Well, the difference with Collin County, they got their own properties, and you can go to different areas, Fairview, Anna, different ones, Baltimore County, and they have apartments there. And once you approve and they get it approved, you move in.
Well, but how difficult is it for a mom and a family to uproot and move to Anna, for example? Mm-hmm. But now, what do the mother do for jobs? Okay, yeah, you upped and moved out of Dallas. Now you're in Anna. Mm-hmm. Are the jobs available? What's happening with the people's jobs?
Yes, I have 2 people working there. They got their job right there in that area because you're close to Greenville. Mm-hmm. She has a car. She started working right after she got there and got in her place. She got 4 kids. She got a 4-bedroom. I went up there to visit her in her area where she's in. And she started working. She started working from home on her computer. She got an at-home job, working, making money. So it's people here in Dallas work from at home. So if you can get an at-home job, she didn't mind transferring her kids because she'd rather have a roof over her head than to worry about what city she in.
That makes sense.
See, in other words, if I can get me a 4-bedroom condo in Princeton and don't have to pay no money, and my kids can go to school and we got a roof over our head, I'll find a way to make the rest of the money because her fee is only $50 a month.
Well, what about these daddies now? We got one with 4 children. We got one with 5 children. Yvette got 5 children. We'll be talking to Yvette just a few minutes, but we got 5 children and you got 2 children.
Yeah.
Where the daddies at?
Well, we ask that question too. And sometimes for the safety of the kids and for their mental state, Daddy can stay where he is right now. Get mama together.
Right.
That's my focus. And I have men that the women had left the men with the kids. Now, there's some men in domestic violence going through.
No, I know it.
They got their kids. I don't work with them too, so I work with all of them.
Anna's house.
When kids are involved, I'm on the scene.
Well, let me do this. I want to make sure folks know how to reach you. And I applaud you for all the work that you do because you've been doing this for 30 years.
35.
35. Excuse me. 35 years. And helping bring families to fruition. How do people reach you, Eva, at Anna's house, and put all your stuff out there so we can make sure it's...
Well, I'm out there anyway, so you can go to a wayoutproject.org or you can go to annashouseshelter.org, and then you can personally call me, 214-650-7065. That's 24/7, 365.
Repeat that number again.
214-650-7065.
Is that the same one I got that I can't?
Same one you got. You give me all the time. Don't even start that. You call me all times, day and night.
I sure
and
will.
I am a 24/7, 365.
And I want to make sure folks understand that I know that personally about Anna's house, 24/7, and she's doing more than what needs to be done. and what the city could do better. Now, what is it that the city of Dallas could do better to help this situation?
Give us one of them empty buildings they got that we can renovate and get it fixed up. I would call that the hot spot. Why I say the hot spot, I get calls from police departments. I started out with Box Spring with Miss Sam Allen, working there with domestic violence. Now I'm in Carrollton working with that police department, and in Richardson Garland. They don't have nowhere to take these women when they have to leave home. They advise them not to go back because if the person go to jail, they make bond and they get out, they could come right back to the location and she could be in trouble. We done lost a lot of victims that people don't talk about on the news. A lot of women have lost their lives behind domestic violence. So if we had a building that the city say, hey, Miss Eva, we got a building, you got to get it fixed up, we get it in code, and you can use this for the hotspot. Hotspot is a place we can keep a person for 48 hours so we can get them off of the street and in somewhere safe.
So to the city of Dallas, I'm Dwayne Caraway, former mayor pro tem of the city of Dallas. I want the city of Dallas to get a grip and understand that there are many vacant businesses, opportunities,
yes,
buildings, houses, facilities that we could donate to Anna's house, because we're only helping the homeless, because you get these people that's out here sleeping in their cars. That's dangerous. Mm-hmm. It's dangerous for the kids. It's dangerous station. For everybody. Mm-hmm. And we just can't, because my understanding, and we're going to bring Yvette in on this, but my understanding is that it's very, very difficult to even get in at a time of a crisis and a need.
That's it.
With the bureaucracy that you have to go through. So we're not going to put Yvette's face on, because she's in the middle of her current situation with 5 kids. But Yvette, welcome to the other side with DC.
Thank you for having me.
And with Miss Eva at Anna's house. How difficult is it for you, and what roadblocks have you run into, and what all did you do to get to the point to where you are trying to still get off the streets?
It's been very difficult. Calling and filling out the forms, you think because of what you're going through, you have hope that right then and there someone is going to open up their doors to you, that you fit the description of what, they consider needing help. The problem that I've had is that I have last year is when I really started trying to get my help, trying to get and vacate the premises of where I was at. My son was assaulted by his father, and with that being said, my son was 15. But the sad part about it is a lot of shelters will not take 15-year-old boys because of the interest of the girls that are there. And with that being said, also, I ran into the issue of me having 5 children in myself. I went through, I'll say the organization, I went through Interfaith last year. They didn't know that I literally was on that last leg. Like, I needed a place to stay. Everything was really relying on me being able to get in there. And I got through the intake, and I got in the room, and we had the interview. And she said, oh, no, we only have a 1-bedroom apartment, but we can't take you because you have 1 heartbeat too many. And I was like, what does that mean? She says, because you have 5 kids and there's you. And I was like, ma'am, I have a 2-month-old. That's not even a full-size person. But she told me and turned me away.
Who is this? Where was this?
This was at Interfaith.
Interfaith. Okay.
Interfaith
you familiar
housing.
with Interfaith housing?
Yeah.
So because you had 5 kids, you had 1 heartbeat too many.
Too many.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, we're staying in a hotel with 2 beds, and we know hotels are not big, and we're all managing. We're managing in the hotel right now. So I don't understand how they say it's too many heartbeats. When you should never turn away someone, and that's the problem that a lot of women face, is financial abuse, because you're telling us our situation was better than the help that you have it in your hand to give it to us. It's like dangling a carrot above someone's head and saying, I got it, but I can't let you have it because of this. So you're punishing me because I have what I have, because I have a son that literally was assaulted by his father, and you're telling me that you can't give me help because of him. And this bothers people in the system. This literally had someone that was helping me, made her upset to tears, because you're like, this is the reason why you need your help, and they're telling you they can't help you because of your son.
Now, so where else have you gone?
The family place, I reached out to them before, but even just keeping it current, this week I called and they told me they could not help a family of my size. And the sad part is you see the family place and you see these beautiful galas and things that they're having, but they turn me away.
So, Eva, what do a person like Yvette do?
We're going to find somebody out there that's hearing us now. We have claimed, Yvette and I prayed yesterday, God is going to give us a house for her to move into with her kids.
Well, but what
because
does
we're not going to deal, because the system, that's why I don't take government money. They're ran by government rules and regulations. Okay, you got protocol. You can only have this. You can do this. They can be here for 10 days, and that's it. That's it. And we open up at 8 and close at 5. So if you're not here by 3, you don't get an intake.
So how does a mother, manage to, if you got to be in by 5 and you got to get there by 3, I guess that's what you just said?
No,
like that?
I'm saying the organization open up at 8 a.m. They close at 5 p.m. So in between 8 and 5, if something happened, you have nowhere to go. That's why we need.
But how you get your kids out of school and get them to where you're trying to live? I mean, I understand the government rules.
They say that's not their problem. Well, you got to figure that out.
And then we're trying to act like, how many become homeless to your knowledge?
So many, Dwayne, so many. Right now, on the way here, the lady picked me up. She said, oh, my God, you do this all the time. I said, baby, this is lightweight. I got 7 calls for help from Richardson to here. Needing place. I said, just email, text me, baby. I'm not at the computer right now. So these are women I got to go back, sit down and call them, because I return all calls. Why? Because I never know what crisis they in that I could save a life by talking to them.
Yeah.
So you just don't turn a person away. And a lot of these organizations, and I say it very freely, you don't have compassion for people. You just got a compassion for a paycheck.
Yeah, because they got a job.
Yeah, they got a job. That's all they want.
So they're going to make
job.
their money.
They're going to make their money.
But
you don't have no compassion. You don't talk to people. And it's just like the woman at the bridge. All that woman asked me by 7:30 in the morning, I answered the phone. She said, ma'am, can you just please listen to me? I said, yeah. What is it? My daughter needs help. I don't need none. They sleeping on the train station.
At the train station.
That's the one we just put in a permanent place yesterday.
So where else, Yvette, have you tried?
I tried Genesis Shelter. I called them last month, and they told me that I could not get an intake until November the 20th.
Okay.
I've also tried the share place.
Shared housing.
In Mesquite. I've been on the list for DHA since 2021.
Since 2021?
Yes, since 2021. Yes.
And at the DHA?
Yes, and recently I got enough boldness. I said, I'm just going to go up there and see if they have an emergency list or something they can help me with. And I shared my situation with them, it being unique, because I also have an autistic daughter.
Yeah,
so
she's
nonverbal, so this is a different situation. You can't just put me in a new environment and she's not reactive to it. She has to be in a stable environment. And so when I went up there, they told me that they didn't have that, and they gave me a printout sheet.
They told you they didn't have what for?
They did not have an emergency list. They didn't have anything that would help with somewhat domestic violence. And they gave me a packet, this stapled packet with resources to continue to call. And I'm being honest with you, I'm grateful that they give you the resources, but with someone that's on that last leg and you just keep giving them the same list every time, we can't help you. Here you go. I'm getting emails from other people. The Mosaic, we don't have any space. I tried Interfaith again. They said, call us back at the first of the month. I called. I filled out another intake.
You just got beat up.
Yes.
Now. You just got
12
beat up
years
out the house.
up.
They got no ID. Left your purse and every driving license, wallet, and everything else. But you got your babies.
Yeah.
And you are going to these places, and you're getting turned down.
Quickly.
Yeah.
And I don't
With the
like that.
quickness.
But she ain't getting turned down by us.
No,
We're
only
way out.
Anna's house.
We're a
things-
way out. Anna's house shelter is a way out.
Yeah,
We're gonna find some
we got to
answers.
figure out. So what we need to do, and to everybody, those that are listening, we need your participation. We need your help. We need to figure out how we're going to make this thing work for everybody. And in Anna's house, you're doing a great job, but we need to gather up, go down to City Hall, get about 1,000 of us going there, scare the hell out of them. And
us
tell
a
them to
building.
go find a place and give a place.
That's right.
And write it off on the taxes. So take it off the tax roll, and let someone, another organization, get in there and take care of the people that need help, emergency help.
Emergency.
Yeah,
We need it now.
Yeah, and I understand if we have different places, facilities, and they got rules, regulations, and guidelines and all of this. But the hell, if you need some help, an emergency help, I'm talking about some help right now.
Yeah.
Let's act like it's winter. The snow is on the ground.
It's cold.
Now,
Yeah.
this woman that showed up at your doorstep with 5 kids, and you saying she can't come in and bring the babies out the cold in the snow because she don't have ID.
Yep.
Well, but this is what was bothering me now as a elected official, former. This is what bothers me. After 5 o'clock, after 7 o'clock at night,
You ain't got nowhere to go.
where does a battered mother go with her kids to get emergency help? I understand, okay, you go here in the morning and you can apply. What do they do on a rainy night, on a cold night, on a hot night, with babies in need that hadn't been fed that day and all that? Where is the overnight emergency?
A way out project. Hotels. That's where they go.
What hotel?
Wherever I can find one.
Oh, I mean, that's through Anna's house.
Yes,
and we're gonna
wherever-
promote that. We're gonna send that. Here's the deal. I'm with that. Okay, I'm with trying to make sure we go and we get to the city of Dallas.
Right.
And city of Dallas, I'm talking straight to y'all because you know I'm coming. And we find a way to help where help is really needed. Yeah, help is needed in the day. Jerry, you're absolutely right. The bridge is not conducive for certain families and certain folks because it's the homeless folks just really off the street, and so the bridge is different. Anna's house is different. All these places that we're talking about are different. They're run by government and all that stuff.
We're not
However,
run by government.
no, wait a minute. I said they are run by
oh,
government.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
and that's why. That's what makes you different.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and that's what the people need to understand and know, that it has to be something different, because the problem is bigger than what the government is putting out here. The problem is if a woman is getting her butt whooped at 11:30 and at night, and she's in downtown Dallas or somewhere at 1 o'clock in the morning, where does she go? What is available at that hour? What is available emergency? We know in 8 o'clock in the morning, okay, you can go over here and apply, you can go over here, you can go over here, you can go over here. But look at who's been disturbed. The children. They are not at the school that they're supposed to be at that morning. They are not at the daycare. The mama done run out the house and they didn't bring the kids' clothes, and I could just imagine what happens when someone is running for their life, or you got a crazy person beating up on you in front of your kids.
Just can't do it.
So maybe Anna's house we need to try to see how we can find emergency assistance.
That's what we need.
Emergency assistance.
When you said emergency.
Yeah, I'm talking about emergency assistance. Who's gonna call? I just got my butt whooped, and I'm over here. Here I come, you know. And well, you know, we can't tell you because you got to have this, that, and the other. Well, hell, I just left the house, and I run out the house barefoot.
No clothes, nothing.
You know, now hell, give me some emergency. You never know who might be at their wits' end, and possibly a danger of even taking their life and their kids' lives. You need to hear a voice.
Yeah, that's it.
In an emergency situation.
Yeah.
That's my rant, and I'm sticking with it.
You know, we
This
can
is the
do
other
that.
side with DC. I want y'all to know if you like it, then like it. If you don't like it, still like it.
Yeah.
Too bad about it. That's just how I feel about it, y'all, now.
But that's a good way to feel.
All right. Well, here's the deal. Yvette, we're going to find you some help. Okay? You got the word from the other side, that we're going to help find you some help. In Anna's house. She's been with you. Miss Eva's with you. She's going to be with you. And anybody else out there, you need to contact Anna's house and put that on the list. And what we're going to work on, Jerry, we're going to work on an emergency shelter. I mean, when I say emergency, I mean, I'm talking about 24 hours, but after
24
hours.
hours after 24/7.
Yeah. That will handle emergencies.
It's the hot spot.
And yeah, because there's ways to get that done. And we have to join up and get it.
That's it.
All right.
I know you was the person to do it.
Well, we're going to get it
We
done.
always have.
We're going to get it done. I want to know here. Vet, you did you run out that house or you left the house? What's been happening?
I left the house. There was another situation that ended up happening, and I felt like it wasn't safe, and so we started staying in a hotel. And, you know, that can get expensive after a while because money is running out. And so we check in, and then we check out every morning. And my daughter, you know, she asked me today, she said, Mom, we gotta pack up again. I said, baby, when God tells us to go, we have to go. If we have to check out, we have to check out. And I have faith that God is going to provide for us what we need. If he provides for the birds, he said he provide for us even more. So I believe when I asked God for a miracle last week, actually it was this week, when I asked God for a miracle, he ended up bringing Miss Eva in my life. I don't take that by chance, that he answered the way that he did. So, again, I believe and I'm praying that that was my last night staying in a hotel. But at the end of the day, if that's what God wants for us right now until he can place us where he wants to place us, then I'm trusting him. And I'm grateful to Miss Eva. I'm grateful for her answering the phone because she speaks to you like a person. And it is true. Even if you do get someone on some of these shelters, they don't talk to you like a human. And it's real. They'll keep you on hold forever. They'll, you know, talk to you like you're a victim instead of a victor. So I'm just really grateful to God. Everybody needs an Eva in their life, and they need, although I just met him, Jerry, they need a Jerry in their life that knows people and knows the system, how to get in there. Because you're talking to someone I didn't know. It took a while for me to come into agreement that this was domestic violence.
The work is on, Eva.
Yes.
Eva,
yes.
tell them how to reach you one more time.
Okay, you can reach me at
Anna's house.
Anna's house, shelter.org, a way out project. Most people go to a wayoutproject.org. You can get us there, but you can also give me 24/7, 365 at 214-650-7065. That's 214-650-7065. Anytime, please call and support. Thank you.
Well, and here's the deal. Anyone out there that's willing to hear and help, then you contact Anna's house. Contact Eva at Anna's house. If you want to do some support for Yvette, then go through Anna's house, okay? Because there's no contact direct number for Yvette. But if you are seeing and watching and hearing and want to get up and help, know how we can help her, you contact Anna's house as well. And you all can always contact the Other Side with DC. Hey, little baby, how you doing? Yeah, that's that little voice y'all hear in the background. It's one of them little babies. But you can contact the Other Side, and we'll put you in contact with Eva. Eva, you got it.
Yeah.
Appreciate all the work that
Thank
you do.
you.
God's going to
Thank you for
continue
your
to bless
support.
you, okay?
All
And we're
right.
going to put this out. Jerry, thank you for all that you're doing. And Miss Yvette, you're looking good over there. They ain't looking at you on camera. But I'm
She's
telling you,
looking
ain't nobody
good.
got no business whooping up on you. All right. Keep taking care of them babies, okay? This is The Other Side with DC. Like it, share it, subscribe. Catch us on the next run.